I'm stressing, thinking, wow, EMEA's just choked. Fnatic's choked again, and somehow they managed to claw it back. How we doing today, lads? We all good? Good. That's what I like to hear. Before you say anything about my hair, I am getting it cut. Don't judge me, okay? I know it looks like a fucking mess right now. I've been busy. I'm getting it cut tomorrow, okay? Don't judge me, okay? Please, please. Thank you. Okay, I don't want to see any comments. Oh, bro, what's with your hair at the moment? Just don't even, okay? We're not talking about this. We're talking about Valorant today. We're talking about some big news, some things that are hopefully happening. By the way, congratulations to Fnatic. What a lock-in final that was. I had some reservations going into the tournament with how the tournament structure was sort of laid out from the beginning. Each team only being able to play one game, and then loser out, if you lose your first game. So teams go there, and then, they play one game. If they lose that game, they're out. I never liked that kind of format to begin with. Obviously, Riot had their reasonings for doing that. I didn't agree with all of them, but that's not the topic for today. The topic for today is it's a replay system in Valorant, where there were talks of one around 11 months ago, I believe, 10 months ago, around a year ago, and then Valorant came out, or Riot came out and said, yeah, we're not doing that. And I remember seeing a Reddit post about it, and everyone was kind of pissed off, and, understandably so. I mean, we've been sort of waiting for a replay system since the game, was released, since, being a beta, it's like, okay, this game is going to go places. I know that, I'm enjoying playing it. I want to be a part of this game, and the questions started popping up, after each update, after adding maps, characters, etc. When is a replay system going to come into the game? We've got one in obviously League and a Riot game. We've got one in other games completely, like Counter-Strike and Dota, that kind of stuff. When are we going to get a replay system in Valorant? Not only is it useful for content creators like myself, it's useful for coaches, it's useful for pro players, pro teams, it's useful for everyone. It's useful for ranked players, who just want to up their game and go back on their game and say, what, I made a mistake here, I made a mistake there. It's good for people outing out hackers. Like, we know that Vanguard's an okay system. It's better than a lot of games at, sort of finding hackers, but having that extra support from players themselves, going back in games and saying, yeah, that guy's definitely cheating, I think, would be huge. CSGO has got something like that, and we need something like that as well, So how long is it going to take? The game's been out for a while now, and we've still not, really heard anything from it. They've been avoiding the question. They came out and said a year ago that we're not going to do it, that we're not working on it currently, and it pissed a lot of people off, including myself. And I think that's something that we need. And right before, I think it was the semi-finals, this tweet is a little bit old now, right before, January 25th, this tweet came out. But again, I don't think we've heard anything else other than this tweet about it. And this is from a Riot dev themselves coming out and saying that they have a lot more in development than talked about, and things like replays, server locations, and mode updates, which is interesting. Obviously, a lot of people have been talking about, adding new server locations, to help with ping, and obviously other mode updates as well. But I think the most key thing here is the replays. I would hate for them to release something that is just really bad. That's my only worry, because imagine waiting this long for something so key. And I know, you could just record your games, whether it's with OBS or if you want to record your clips with Metal and stuff. I know that you can do that already. And people will make that argument saying, well, what's the point of a replay system when you've got these? You could just use, third-party software. It's like, well, I don't want to have to record each one of my games, just to then go back and say, there's a hacker in this game, or this person, like, I don't record each individual game. I record, gaming sessions. So I will have like 5 hours of just video length. I don't want to have to go for that entire 5 hours to try and find a cheater or to try and look back on a specific moment. I want to be able to go back on the game that I've just played and say, I made a few mistakes here. How can I, fix them? Or if a team is coaching a bunch of players, how can they go onto their account and say, yeah, look, we can take your VODs from here, and then, blah, 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 What if I don't want to record that day, or, OBS isn't working, or Metal's not working? I need that replay system. I need to be able to go back on my games. The amount of clips that I have lost, like aces or just insane shots that I have lost because I've just not been recording that day. It's like, I'll hop on, I'll play 2-3 games, I'm not going to record, I'm not going to stream, I'm not going to bother. And then, you hit an insane clip and it's like, I'm never going to be able to find that, Like, give us a replay system, Valorant. But yeah, no, 100%. My main worry is I don't want them to force something out because everyone's begging for it, and then, it just be shit. I don't think it will be. I think when they release it, I think they'll spend a lot of time perfecting it and making it good. But that is one of my worries, that it won't be great. And there's a lot of things that we're still waiting for. I know that they're releasing a new character, Gecko. We're going to be talking about that in a couple of days. There'll be a video out. So if you like this style of content, if you like me just talking about updates, talking about things, check that one out. That'll be out in a couple of days. Remember to subscribe to see that. But I know they're releasing new things like agents. Obviously maps, are always in the works. But here's a comment that I've seen from someone, talking about something quite interesting as well, Still would like a 1v1 arena. Deathmatch is okay for warm-up, but a 1v1 arena would be so much better in my opinion. Just give us a server that runs for a long time and people can just hop in and out whenever. No need for queue or warm-up timers. Just go in, click some heads, and leave when you want. Better yet, make it accessible when queuing for a game. 100% agree with that point. I think that what he's just said, they can do. Riot can do it easily. Counter-Strike's been doing it for years, There's no reason for them not to be able to, implement something like that. Why do we not have anything like that? Deathmatch already at the moment, to me, is fucking trash. I hate playing Deathmatch. It's shit. I don't even warm up in deathmatch because it's that bad. I just don't enjoy it. I think that everyone in there is trying to win, and I get it, that you should go in there and just focus on your own game and improve, but I can't improve when every 5 seconds I'm getting shot in the back. Someone's spawning and shoot me in the back. It's fucking boring. I would rather go in and warm up with an escalation and just warm up on every other single gun, yeah, and have a 5v5 system where we can run about, click some heads, blah, 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 then play deathmatch. Deathmatch is so unfun to me, and having that timer where you have to queue up, get into a game, and then someone wins and then you have to queue up again is just boring as shit as well. Exactly what this guy said is something that I would do. A 1v1 arena as well, maybe even with a ranked system. Fine, maybe don't implement that straight away, but eventually over time, if you've got a 1v1 arena or a 2v2 arena, maybe you could add a rank to it. And, it's just purely based on aim. We know that the competitive scene, yeah, there's a lot of people with cracked aim that, end up getting Immortal, Radiant, whatever, right? But, this 2v2 and 1v1 arena, if it's purely just, for aim shootouts, you're going to get a lot of guys who maybe aren't actually that good at in game, in terms of game sense and stuff, who are just insane, at this 1v1 or 2v2 arena. Like, that would be mental. You'd have a whole separate rank system for that. And then that person can get rewarded by having, top 100 top 100 on a leaderboard or something, just based on their aim. And I think that would improve people's aim as well, and improve their sort of wantingness, their will to get better at the game, in terms of the aim aspect. But that's all I'm going to talk about today. Hopefully we get this replay system, coming in soon. If you guys want to see the Gecko video, the little rundown on that, check that out in a couple of days. Make sure to subscribe. We're also streaming on Twitch every day at the moment. The Axe finishing soon, so we're going to try and get that Radiant Gold. Remember to check that out as well. I'm fucking grinding for that, trying to get that top 500. That's my new peak. So let's try and get that. If you want to tune in for that, make sure to check the links down below and let me know your opinion. What do you think? Do you think that, a replay system is a big deal for you? Is it not a big deal for you? Would you like to see a 1v1 arena? Would you like to see other things? Let me know down below, because everyone has a different opinion here. I think for me personally, the replay system is just so key, but for other people, maybe it's not, who knows? And I will get that haircut. I promise. Okay, I do promise. All right, peace out, guys.